Mia Milsap, MIA, Milsap, MILSAP.
Kenya Jefferson, Kenya Kenya, Jefferson Jefferson.
We graduated in 2022 from Heidelberg High School. I served as Miss Heidelberg High School, our class president, as well as our class salutatorian. I was also a cheerleader, and I served in many other organizations while in high school.
I was the vice president of the class. I was in student council, made a club. I played volleyball and softball. Oh, and I was class historian.
Of course, I go to Southern University and A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am a senior classification, but I'm a sophomore. I've only been there 2 years. I chose to go to Southern because, of course, I was looking for a nursing program, and then I didn't want to go too far from home, and I knew that I had to go to an HBCU. So when I was looking at Southern, I started looking at the scholarship opportunities. I went there, went on a tour. The vibe was nice, and I kind of loved it. My mother loved it. My father was comfortable with me going there. So next thing you know, I was at Southern.
For me, it was I knew I wanted to go to HBCU, but I wasn't sure which one. And then TSU sent me a full scholarship, and I was like, okay, I'm going. And then I went to campus, and I love the environment. Yeah.
Nursing,
And
both of us. Okay. So as of right now, I don't have a specific specialty that I'm looking into. I've been thinking about psych or trauma or ER because I like fast-paced environments. I have to keep moving, and I like the unknown, so I like learning new things. And then when it comes to what was the second end of that question again? I'm sorry.
What are your goals?
Oh, my goals in nursing. So I don't know specifically yet because at one point I was thinking about going to law school because Southern, of course, has a law school or a law center on their campus. So I was thinking about going to law school and then practicing medical malpractice law. But now I'm thinking about going into psych and seeing where I can go with psych. But of course, getting a higher education. So going past my baccalaureate degree. So I don't know yet, pretty much.
And I planned on going into labor and delivery, but now I have a job as a nursing intern, and I'm mostly working critical care. So now I'm thinking about going into critical care. I'm thinking about either the NICU, which is the neonatal intensive care unit, or the PICU, which is the pediatric intensive care unit.
I would say, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my advice first. I feel like go with your heart. And so I'm a Jaguar ambassador on campus, meaning that I give tours to a lot of students who are deciding if they want to come to, Southern and different HBCUs. I would just say go with your heart. Wherever the vibe is, don't go to a college that once you get there, it feels kind of eerie. Don't go there because that's not where your heart is. As well as while you're still in high school, making sure that you work to set yourself up to make college easy for yourself. For example, we did dual enrollment. So dual enrollment is a big thing at Heidelberg and a lot of different schools in this area where it gives you a head start for college. One thing that I wish I had known now is I actually would have taken more courses than I did because it did set me up and I did enter nursing a year early. So I was able to apply and get into nursing early because I did those dual enrollments. So I would definitely say taking dual enrollment, having fun while you can in high school because you don't get that time back. Once you go to college, you're on your own, you're making your own decisions, and life may get hard. So just having fun while you're in high school, still under your parents' care and just living. Also because a lot of times we're so into like go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard. That way I can set myself up to be well. But if I had done something different as well, I probably would have sat back and been a child for longer. So that's pretty much it for me.
The transition from high school to college, I would say unlearn the ways. Should I keep talking? Okay. I would say stop being comfortable in adults cradling you because once you get to college, it's your decision. It's your choice if you want to wake up and go to class because regardless, the professors are getting paid. It's your choice if you're going to study for that test because regardless, that's your grade. And I would say taking into consideration that if your parents are paying, know that you're there for a reason. I will also say some advice. Find your people early, but find a good group of people to get you through because you're going to need those people in college.
Right. The people that you hang around in college can't make or break like your college experience. So that is a big thing. Because I know for a fact, until I found my group, it was kind of like sometimes you may get lonely. Sometimes you may feel like that's not where you're supposed to be. A lot of imposter syndrome if you're not, if you don't have your group. But now that I have like my group, college has been a blast. You understand, you get to learn more about your school. You're more comfortable speaking to people when you know you can come back to your group and be like, hey, this didn't go well or this did go well. So your group is a big thing.
I would say homesickness in the beginning is normal. I know me personally, I moved 6 hours away from home. So at first I was very homesick, but then I actually did start going out and meeting people and it made it better. So just go out and find your people.
Right. We enjoyed high school because we were involved in so many things. So we were doing everything. It was always constantly like we're going somewhere. And then everybody in college, in high school, was our family. Because if you go to Heidelberg, if you live around Heidelberg Law or this area, you know we're all related. So I was comfortable because these are my people. College is a totally different ball game because everywhere. You're learning new cultures. You're meeting new people from, they may be international. I know for a fact I'm an RA. So we had a whole bunch of international students this year. We had a girl from Egypt. And I got to know a little bit about her culture. So college is a different ball game from high school, but I definitely like college more because you become an adult. College is where you become an adult, where you learn what you like, what you don't like, because right. So you find yourself in college as well as you set yourself up to have your household, the things that you want in your life. You kind of start figuring out where you want to go from there in college.
Yeah, but be careful because there can be like situations where it can make or break you or take everything away from you.
Right. College can make or break you. It definitely can.
I know for me personally, TSU lost a lot of class of 2026 when we first got there because a lot of people didn't expect college to be how it is. You know, you have to do this on time, you have to do that on time. And it's not perfect at HBCU. I want y'all to know that. But I feel like your school is special to you in a way. You have to know that like HBCUs are one underfunded. So not everything is gonna be perfect. But I feel like HBCUs are home for us. They make us feel comfortable. And yes, there are downfalls of it. But I feel like without like the downfall, they wouldn't make it what it is.
Right.
You learn to pivot around it.
And we talk a lot about going to HBCUs, but I know for a fact when the whole affirmative action thing came about, me and my mom had that conversation where I was telling her, I feel like if with affirmative action, don't just start coming to my HBCU because I have so much pride for my HBCU. But when you're pumping a whole bunch of African American students who aren't comfortable being in those HBCUs there, then you lose a lot of the pride for that HBCU. Because I know for a fact for Southern, you can't tell me anything about Southern. Southern is the best school ever. But if you start putting people there who don't want to be there, then it's going to make it, the pride is going to go down for the school. You're going to have to stop having a lot of alumni funding. And honestly, alumni funding is what keeps alumni funding keeps HBCUs alive because we're not getting as much funding as some PWIs and some other schools may be getting from the government. So we really do rely on people who have pride for that school and who want to see it get better.
Yes, and I learned this year that TSU was undercut $2.1 billion from the state of Tennessee. So,
right.
You know what they could do for us? Better dorms, better classrooms, better athletic.
Right.
Absolutely not. I'm at home. I'm with my people.
Right. You can't get that back. Yeah. You can go to a PWI and I found a group of people, but when everybody there is your people, when you walk in financial aid and they're talking to you like you're their child. My instructor, so we're in nursing school, of course, so it's a smaller campus within that campus, but my instructor called me at 9:00 one night and she was like, Mia, make sure you have that care plan to meet in the morning. But you're not going to get that at a PWI. So now that I look at it and I'm looking at the opportunities that I have in my HBCU, they're calling at 10:00. Have you filled out for that scholarship? Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. You're not going to get that when you go to PWI. So I will always advocate for my HBCU because it's a family.
Culture, that connection, that love. That's what you need in college.
Right. So of course you're at Heidelberg High. You come from an African American high school. Everybody in our community is African American pretty much. So going to an HBCU, you're going to have that same experience. You're going to have those same people. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable for you. For example, I went to UCLA for an internship. I was out of place. There were people all around, but I was out of place because I didn't have anybody that I can go to and be like, I don't understand this. Could you help me understand that? No one was willing to help us. And I realized that if I had gone to a PWI, my entire trajectory would look a lot different because I have had a lot of people in my HBCU to mold me, to help me to get to that next level. Even older students who are just like me, you can do this. For example, one of my friends, he just graduated. He's graduating from Southern last week. So me and him were just talking because when I first got there, he was like, yeah, you need to join SGA. You need to get into some stuff. Don't come here and just sit in your room. And we laugh about that now because now that I'm into things and I've crossed, he's just like, yeah, you finally did it. Because at first when I got there, I was scared. But it's those type of people that will help you at an HBCU and that you're just not going to get that anywhere else. So I will always say, yeah, I stand by mine.
I will always advocate because we have our whole lives to be minorities. Why don't you go to a place where you're the majority? That's what I would tell them.
Yeah. That was a good way to put it. Yeah. Pledged Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the Spring 24, the Alpha Tau chapter at Southern University and A&M College, and I have 66 sisters that I will ride for from now on. But it's basically we do a lot of public service, and you have to be discreet about everything. But if you're looking into anything Greek, I would say do your research. And I know everybody says that, but really a lot of our facts, a lot of that information is online. Go do your research about what the past looked like, why these organizations were created, who created them, what they were doing at that time. The honorary members, go look. So do your research. That's exactly what I would tell anybody. No, not at all.
We were in high school though.
Right. And I would say that's a transition too. If you're going from being in athletics to going to college and you're not in athletics, now you're on the sideline. Now you're not on the sideline anymore. You're more of in the stands looking at everything going on. You kind of get like, dang, I miss it.
15.
Yeah, to that. Yeah. But I kind of miss it because I cheered all 4 years of high school. So it was like I was always on the sidelines watching the game go by, but you're on the ground. Whereas now I'm just kind of in the stands. We still have a lot of pride, but it's different. So I'm definitely going to say you're going to miss it, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I definitely go to the Bayou Classic. The Bayou Classic is a game that we play in the in the Superdome in New Orleans, but it's between Grambling and Southern University, which is the biggest rival of Louisiana. So I definitely have gone to the Bayou Classic. I intend to go now, especially since I have pledged. I think now with the step show and all of that, it's going to be an even bigger experience. So I actually can't wait. But Bayou Classic, it's you the best if you're watching this and you're from Grambling.
Well, it used to be Jackson State. It was a game that we always played in Memphis. But however, during the time of prime time, when he was at Jackson State, he decided to pull out of that game. Now our biggest games is the John A. Merritt Classic, but we usually play different teams every year for that classic. But usually it's HBCU teams because TSU is not in the SWAC. We're in the Ohio Valley Conference, so we mostly play. Can I put that in a nice way?
Other schools,
predominantly white schools. So I would say the John A. Merritt Classic is our opportunity to play other HBCU schools, and I go every year just to see the fun of it. And I will say that I would like TSU to join, the SWAC. And I also would like to say that Tennessee State University is the real TSU. We were founded first.
So who are you comparing that to? What's the other TSU?
Oh, Texas Southern University. But we're the real TSU. It's okay. You can see.
You see.
It's all love though.
Right. Right. HBCU love. I honestly believe that Southern has the best homecoming in the SWAC, in the country, in the world.
I can talk about SWAC. So.
Yeah. So when you come to Southern, so that we have a strip, of course, Greek Road, and then the strip all the way to the parking lot for the mini dome. It's all packed with people. There are people everywhere. Of course, we have the events where everybody comes out, but that game day, our alumni is huge. Like our alumni federation is nationwide. So everyone is there. You can always just walk up to somebody and they'll give you some food, or especially once you get there and you make connections and you are in these different organizations. It's hot. Everybody's just having a good time. It's fellowship. Like you get to talk to anybody there. You may get a scholarship. These are the times where you're really networking. You're getting your name out there. And then when you come to the game, Southern just added some new LED lights. So homecoming this year, hopefully it's gonna be in the day, but hopefully they'll eventually put homecoming in the night so that we can play with the LED lights while we're in the stadium. But I think our homecoming is just, it's unmatched. The vibe, I can't even explain it. You really just have to come and see it. It's all just, it's a vibe. I can see it, I can vision it. So I'm looking at it, but I couldn't even explain it to you. It's great.
I would say TSU is always something to do that full week. You get this long list of activities posted on social media, and you can choose what do you want to go to. The game. Oh, I love the alumni. They're always giving money. Might even buy you a ticket. I know my first homecoming at TSU, me and my friends went to the concession stand, and this alumni, she saw us, her and her husband, and she had asked us. She was like, "Oh, y'all go to TSU?" She was like, "Yes, yes, ma'am." She was like, "Okay, whatever they want, I got it." Because at this school we love each other. And she was like, when y'all become alumni, I expect y'all to do the same thing to the in college kids you meet. So I love that about us.